welcome everybody once again to the Travel Insider. My name is Sofia Rattinger, and joining me today is financial advisor, Mr. Elliot Bullman.
Good morning, Sophie. How are you?
Fine, thank you. And you?
I'm great, thanks. And welcome everybody to another packed show. We've got great news coming up for you today, but before we start, remember to follow us on all our social networks. That's Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. And you can also catch us daily on our website, mexiconewsnetwork.com, for relevant stories and news. Let's begin.
The world population is aging and becoming more affluent at rates that surpass the availability of quality healthcare resources. In addition, out-of-pocket medical costs of critical and elective procedures continue to rise, while nations offering universal care are faced with ever-increasing resource burdens.
These drivers are forcing patients to pursue cross-border healthcare options, either to save money or to avoid long waits for treatment. With medical tourism still in its early stages, gaining reliable data is challenging. However, the worldwide medical tourism market is growing at an estimated rate of 15 to 25%, with inbound patient flows highest in Mexico, Southeast and Southeast Asia.
But what makes a top medical tourism destination successful? Well, it's a combination of factors. First of all, it should have government and private sector investment in healthcare infrastructure, demonstrable commitment to international accreditation, quality assurance, and transparency of outcomes is paramount. Potential for cost savings on medical procedures, political transparency and social stability, excellent tourism infrastructure, sustained reputation for clinical excellence, as well as a history of healthcare innovation and achievement are others of the many characteristics necessary to be among the best places for medical tourism. But the question is this a growing market? Should countries be at all concerned in achieving these requirements?
Well, excluding in-country expatriates, tourists in need of emergency medical care, companions accompanying medical travelers, or multiple patient episodes that occur over the course of one medical visit, it's believed the market size is between $45.5 to $72 billion, based on approximately 14 million cross-border patients worldwide, spending an average of $3,800 to $6,000 per visit, including medically related costs, cross-border and local transport, inpatient stay and accommodations. So yes, Sophia, I would definitely say this is growing and a potentially fruitful market.
Yes, but what exactly is medical tourism? Medical tourism refers to the phenomena where people who live in one country travel to another country to receive medical, dental, and surgical care, while at the same time receiving equal to or greater care than they would have in their own country, and are traveling for medical care because of affordability, better access to care, or a higher level of quality of care.
Domestic medical tourism is where people who live in one country travel to another city, region, or state to receive medical, dental, and surgical care, while at the same time receiving equal to or greater care than they would have in their own home city, and are traveling for medical care because of affordability, better access to care, or a higher level of quality of care.
So the medical tourism here in Cancun, in the state, in Quintana Roo, is growing very, very, very fast.
Yeah, absolutely. And the entire country now is positioning in itself for nearly 1 million foreign travelers coming here for medical tourism. So we've got a lot to get ready for.
And I haven't realized that also the dental procedures. I always thought that, the surgeries and maybe the heart, the liver, or some things here, yeah, but not the dental procedures.
Yeah, dental, especially implant work, is a lot cheaper here than, for example, in the United States. And you may even be surprised about the cosmetic surgery, like Botox. Those procedures are very, very popular now.
Oh yeah. And every year since 2014, the Medical Tourism Index is released. The MTI is a worldwide reference point on the attractiveness of countries as medical tourism destinations, rating and analyzing the state of a country as a medical tourism destination, how it is positioned and should be positioned to increase the prosperity of its population. In this year's edition, Mexico got the 29th place in the global ranking. Let's take a look at why.
Well, with a population of more than 122 million, the only developing destination in North America, Mexico is the 15th largest economy in the world. Its healthcare system is a mix of public and private, and the destination just recently achieved universal healthcare coverage. The destination's uneven distribution of wealth is what makes the private healthcare system so big, as approximately 66% of the 4,500 hospitals are privately owned.
And this tells us that the public healthcare centers are usually overcrowded, as 2/3 of its population relies on the public system, and many times they will even seek cheap private healthcare as a way to avoid waiting long periods of time to get treated. This situation creates a problem with the quality, certification, and reliability of the private institutions, making it complicated for the patients. But in the end, its proximity to the United States gives the private healthcare system the opportunity of looking outside the destination for incremental businesses.
Mexico scores a low in one of the most important dimensions of the index, as it's ranked 9th place out of the 9 nations in America for destination environment factors. This score is telling us that the destination's image has been deteriorating in the last couple of years.
Especially after President Trump's continuous attacks. Even though Mexico has been one of the best performing economies of Latin America, it is not enough for the destination to get better scores.
On the medical and tourism industry dimension, Mexico ranked 2nd, mostly due to having plenty of options and achieving economies of scale, thus making the cost of healthcare cheaper. Private hospitals and clinics have been investing in newer technology. As Mexico continues to capitalize on its closeness to the US market, the destination maintains a cost advantage when paired with its cheap labor market. So, as we're saying, they've got to improve on image, but with new technology coming in, Mexico is heading in the right direction.
Yeah.
So I think typically what we're going to see now is a lot more investment on the private sector, but the public sector needs to catch up because there are just so many people domestically that need treatment faster.
Oh, yeah. In spite of this perhaps unfavorable ranking places, Mexico attracts over 1 million foreign patients a year, making it the world's 2nd most popular medical tourism destination according to Patients Beyond Borders. The majority of these patients come from the US, Canada, and Europe.
Mexico is the 2nd largest pharmaceutical market in Latin America and a major producer of high-technology medicines. In addition to Mexican-owned companies, 20 of the world's top 25 multinational pharmaceutical companies have operations in Mexico. Their presence has increased in recent years, placing our country as one of the leading pharmaceutical manufacturing centers in the world.
The government, through the Secretariat of Tourism and entrepreneurs from the tourism and medical sector, have a plan coordinated by the Confederation of Employers of the Mexican Republic, known as Coparmex, to organize the offer and take to its potential customers in the United States in a kind of medical services a la carte.
Yeah, this opportunity would translate into economic benefits for both the travel and medical industry. Let's consider that in 2009 alone, both amassed a total gain of about $122 million, of which $90 million went to medical services and the rest to travel expenses, according to a study by the consulting firm Deloitte in Mexico. But how exactly would this medical services a la carte thing work?
Well, in the next months, through the 65 Coparmex business centers in Mexico, each region will be analyzed so as to maximize its medical specialty potential, allowing each state to be integrated in a distinctive map for the health traveler. We will just have to wait and see if this strategy helps in any way to grow this industry.
Let me tell you, in my point of view, this is exactly what Mexico's medical travel industry has been lacking thus far. There's a demand from other parts of the world. There's a very strong market in the US and Europe. The infrastructure's there. They just need to figure out a way to sell their medical travel destinations, and this is what I think they've got it. So yeah, basically Mexico now has got everything to play for to move up the rankings, and I think those regional Copamex initiatives will make Mexico shine because, each region has got something unique to offer. Cultural destinations, beach destinations, the big cities.
The whole country has a lot of tools.
Yeah, so let's see that Mexico is going to be pushing up in 2017.
I'm pretty sure we will. Well, this was all for today. Thank you for staying with us. My name is Sofia Rattinger.
And I'm Elliot Bullman. Before we go, remember to follow us on all our social networks and to follow us daily also on MexicoNewsNetwork.com for more relevant stories and news. Until next time.